Hi, it's Matt Potratz here again, and you get the real me on Monday morning. Just my hat on backwards, just having a Monday chill day. I've had a busy week actually. I just spent the week in Bakersfield, California, speaking 6 times for Air Energy and twice for Casa Elementary School. So 8 times in a week is plenty, but I had a good time. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I just watch people as they pass by in the airport, hotel, or shopping center, and they just have that look in their face, like or even say things that expose the fact that they're just coasting through life, not really finding much fulfillment in anything. I've never been one to coast in life. In fact, I can't even comprehend it. But I can take a bird's eye view of the world we live in and get a grasp of why so many end up coasting. I think we live in a pretty exhausting age in the sense that technology has pushed productivity to heights that's hard to keep up with. We're expected to, though. The push is for more productivity at less cost in almost every field. And you might say, well, Matt, that means we're racing through life, not coasting. For some, that may be true, but that's not the case for many. Pushing for more, bigger, higher, faster is not always a bad thing when done in moderation, but I see people losing love for their work and even gravitating toward a loss of love for life. Many are doing something they don't want to do. It doesn't use nor complement their skills or abilities, but it pays well, so they stick with it. The problem with that is that it's easy to sink into robot mode, just coasting through life, coasting through an 8 or 10 hour shift, then coasting home, coasting to a shop for a project, or in front of the TV, or some even coast to the bar for a half dozen brews with the guys, fully aware that tomorrow is the same agenda. Coasting eventually leads to crawling, and we miserably crawl out of bed, crawl to work, mope through the day, waiting for the whistle to blow and free us from our misery. But the whistle can't free you, because coasting and crawling has become a way of life, and it goes beyond the job site. The remedy? We have to dig out our climbing gear, out of the closet, lace our boots, prepare our ropes and pulleys, equip our backpacks with the resources we have, and begin to climb again. As kids, we had the spirit of a climber. We wanted to play every sport, try new things, take risks, build things, crush things, and experience something new every chance we got. Then, over time, we hit a plateau, and the next rock simply seemed out of reach. So we set up camp and removed our climbing boots. It's okay to set up camp and rest sometimes, but the only plateau you should camp at long term is the flat spot on top. And keep in mind, it's your mountain, it's your top, and no one else can climb there for you. The sad part is the reality that some never lace up their shoes again and end up with their tombstone at the first plateau they come to, where the rock first seemed out of reach. But it wasn't out of reach. It simply required a different bag of tools in order to propel them upward. And they never even looked around to see what might be available. I'm urging you, friend, if you hate your job or if you hate your home life, lace up your climbing boots and do something about it. If your job doesn't complement your skills or abilities, find a career that does. If your marriage is failing, get help. Go to counseling. Set up a date night every week. Maybe even plan a second honeymoon to go fall in love again. Be the change you want to see. Don't wait for failure to arrive. Gear up and climb out of your pit. If you're a student and you're failing some classes, don't coast your way to summer school. Climb your way to a passing grade. Meet other teachers and ask for help or extra credit opportunities. You can only coast downhill. The road to the next level will always be uphill, but the reward that waits you is worth the climb. Friend, I so firmly believe that God has a plan for you. In the Bible, God spoke through the prophet Jeremiah in Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. The mountain of life that God has for you to climb has some steep spots, no doubt, has some rough and rocky places, and some plateaus that may be tempting to camp out long term. But the future He has for you and the hope He has for you on top is only for you. No one else can climb there. He wants you to really enjoy life. He does. He wants you to do well with your family, on the job, and in the fun stuff. And He wants you to take others with you on that journey. But He won't climb for you. Are you coasting? If so, I urge you to lace up your boots and reach for the next rock. Reach for it and help other climbers along the way. Together, let's refuse to coast and choose to climb. David Foster once wrote, God gave us climbing gear and the ascending spirit, equipped to live as victors, not victims. Look to God for strength. Lace up and become a victor. Have a great week. Break it in your climbing boots.